like to kick off the show with a leadoff. And this leadoff is a little bit more of a difficult one to talk about because news broke on Wednesday that one of the greatest baseball players that I personally have ever seen, and statistically one of the best of all time, even at, a age where he could add to those all-time numbers, has a very rare back condition. Now, Mike Trout has been out of the lineup for the Los Angeles Angels since July 12th. And according to CBS Sports, R.J. Anderson and Mike Axia, they said that the Angels do, however, have a better idea of what Trout is dealing with now. They thought it was ribcage inflammation, but now they have a better idea. And he's being diagnosed with a rare condition that's called costal vertebral dysfunction at the T5 vertebrae. And according to some doctors, this is what this means. It's a pretty rare condition, and it's not one that they see all the time. So they interviewed some of the most well-known spine surgeons, and it's not a condition that they see all the time. And so for it to happen in a baseball player, this doctor said, we just have to take into consideration what he puts himself through with hitting and swinging on a daily basis, and just be prepared for that, and then also playing in the outfield, diving for balls, jumping into walls, and things of that nature. Now, Trout has said that these were all over exaggerations. Everybody was thinking this was the end of his career, that he was done now at this point, and he said, I'll be back and playing in 2022. And as far as the Angels are concerned, they're waiting to see how a cortisone shot works in his back that I guess that he took this week. But it just seems like deja vu. You have one of the best baseball players of this generation, the best. Everybody wants to argue about other names, but they're always comparing them to one person, and that's him. If the best generational player, and he can't stay on the field. Baseball's a grind. Baseball's difficult. 162 games, grueling, and Trout plays hard. But since the 2019 season, he's been injured. He played 53 of the 60 games in the pandemic season. He played 36 games last year, and this year he's only played 79. He's struggling to stay on the field. But let's talk about Trout. And let's talk about what if his career were to end. Where does that leave him? Well, personally, he's one of the best baseball players I've ever seen, and I've had the privilege of seeing him in person play a number of times. But since he's debuted in 2011, from 2012, he had 9 straight top 5 MVP finishes. He won 3 times in 2014, 16, and 19. And he was also Rookie of the Year. He's 69th all-time in WAR at 79.7, 39th all-time in offensive WAR. He's 54th all-time in winning probability added, 6th all-time in weighted runs created plus. He has a career slash line of 303, 416, 584, and he has a 419 weighted on-base average. Simply put, he's one of the best players in the game ever. We're talking about a guy that still has a number of years potentially on his career where he could produce. Now, injuries are going to obviously play a very significant factor of that. But let's not forget or take for granted the fact that this is one of the greatest players in all of MLB history. Yes, he's been on the Angels, who are entirely irrelevant. So let's not gloss over that point. But just because you're on a bad team does not mean that you are not a great player. And as we know, baseball is a team sport that needs more than just one player to win. But let's not let that discount truly how great Mike Trout is. I hope personally that he's able to stay on the field and he's able to continue to play, because I do love watching him play. So I wish him a speedy recovery, And I hope that he returns in 2022, 2023, and beyond, because baseball needs superstars. They have a great young crop of talent. But let's not forget about the guy who for the last decade has been the #1 player in all of baseball. Wish you well, Mike. Hope that the back heals up. Hope that you're able to deal with that in a way that keeps you on the field, because you are fun to watch and you are one of the best that has ever played this game. So speedy recovery.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah.